What's going on? Happy Blue Friday. This video will go up Saturday, I'm sorry about that, but I made the notice. So it was all good until about 8 hours ago. Now this whole week, Clowney has been on the injury report, not practicing. Like last week where he didn't practice a day, but still had the game of his NFL career with a strip sack and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So when I saw that he hadn't practiced all week, I thought, no problem. Pete Carroll will come out today and say, hey, he's fine up. He'll play Sunday. But then he says, and I quote, excuse me, Clowney fought the hip issue pop up during the Monday night game, and he went off campus work. Probably a cortisone shot or something like that if I had to guess, and because of my medical situation I would know about leg and hip issues, I guess you could say. So I know about mobility issues and what shots you get, so I'm using a Botox cortisone shot to the hip. Uh, as long as he doesn't move it that much today and tomorrow, he should be good to go on Sunday. Again, that's me being a doctor. I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. I'm just speaking from experience. So yeah, there's that. So I expect him to play. But even if he doesn't, that's fine because the Eagles will be missing one of their linemen, Lane Johnson, who was out with a concussion. So if Jadavion Clowney can play, he should have a big game going against backup lineman for the Eagles. Let me find his name. Austin Dillard. Andre Dillard something. Dillard's still looking for it. Sorry, folks. Give me a second. Andre Dillard, who was drafted from Washington State, if I'm not mistaken. Also, this week we took a Dixon off IR and released Jamar Taylor. We thought Dixon would be good to go and would help the tight ends because as of last week we were down to Jacob Hollister and George Fant. So we needed help quick when it came to the tight end position. So Dixon had been rehabbing, practicing against basically the trainers. He looked good, so we brought him off IR, cut Jamar Taylor an eyesore as our nickelback, which leaves rookie Ugo Amadi out of Oregon to be on nickelback. He played the first game of the season against the Bengals and he got picked on a little, but hopefully he can play better with some practices under his cap. And to be honest, he can't play much worse than Jamar Taylor, the 49ers. And every other team kept picking on Jamar Taylor every chance they would get when we played nickel. And it's not. We're getting less and less. So good riddance to bad rubbish. He went unclaimed and is still a free agent. By yesterday, Jim of ESPN reported that Dixon was going right back on IR. Pete Carroll said today, and I quote, Dixon was ready to get back to practice, but isn't ready to play yet, based on what they saw during practice, which sucks because you only have 10 weeks to get back once you're on IR. This was our last week to bring him back off IR, otherwise he wouldn't have gotten a chance to even practice it with the team. So we had to put him back on IR. And after this season, he's a free agent. So he'll more than likely either be gone or retire after this season. It wouldn't shock me if he did retire. He's been playing football since Tim Tebow was still at the University of Florida with Hernandez. So uh, that was what, 2007? Something like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if he just hung up his cleats. So in order to fill that need for another tight end, we brought up old reliable Tyrone Swoop from the practice squad. For those of you who might remember the name, he was a tight end for a couple years ago. In college, he was a quarterback for the University of Texas who moved to tight end senior year, and his cousin is WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops. But he knows what happens, knows how it's and he can fit well. Because Luke Wilson is doubtful, but Pete Carroll made it seem like he could play in a pitch if needed, but I think that's a bad idea in case he gets hurt worse than he already is. Because he's dealing with a hamstring issue. And those are something you don't want to mess with, especially with a veteran. So, yeah, there's that. So, as of right now, Luke Wilson is doubtful. Jadavion Clowney, Nico Dart, the special team veteran, are both game time decisions. Now, I think we will still win this game with or without Clowney because the Eagles have a good off. That was great with Nick Foles, not that Carson Wentz isn't great. He just seems to always look for the home run play and wait for them to get open instead of taking the minimal route and just getting yards. And he allows pressure to get to him to the point where he ends up taking sacks, and it does not help that his receivers are less than um, great, except for Alshon Jeffrey, who is a great receiver. His other receivers are, I don't want to say mediocre, but average. Let's say average. Average, to be nice. His tight ends, Dallas Goddard, and Zach Ertz, who I really wanted the Seahawks to draft when he came out of Stanford in 2014, I think. The year after Andrew Luck, I remember because his stats were down his senior year. Because the quarterback after Luck wasn't that great. I think it was Kevin Hogan who never made an NFL roster that I can remember. So yeah, I really wanted to see us to get him. Dallas Goddard was another good time, and who played with, I think it was a NCAA Division II team, but did good things. And if I remember correctly, he wanted to play for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys were looking to draft him. But the Eagles sniped him instead and drafted him. So his tight ends are great. All line can be great when Lane Johnson is in the game, but he won't be this game, which is a blessing for us and terrible for the Eagles. That means pressure will be coming in, and so I expect a lot of sacks and a couple picks off drop passes. Or Carson Wentz just going for the home run play when it's not there, and Quandre Diggs can outrun his receivers. Because his receivers are very slow. And as a matter of fact, the offense as a whole is a slow moving, slow paced offense. The only chance the Eagles have is if they get their run game going and dominate the run, and I don't see that happening with our defensive tackle Ford, Al Woods, and our linebackers Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright being there to seal that up, and of course our cornerbacks ready to shut anything down that may bounce outside. They're not afraid to lay a hat on a running back. Go ask Matt Breida, who had to miss the 49ers last game against the Cardinals. Go ask, I don't think it was, go ask Tevin Coleman, who fumbled against us because of Marquise Blair. Go ask, actually, don't ask Nick Chubb. He ran all over us. Go ask Mark Ingram, who, if I recall correctly, didn't have that great of a game against us. The trickier back might be Jordan Howard, who can sidestep and find hole and dash through that hole, but now that we have Quandre Diggs at safety instead of Cedric Thompson, who I have respect for, but couldn't help stop the run very well. Clowney thinks is better outthought than him. That shouldn't be a problem. So I'm sure we won't win this. I am not sure it will be a runaway win. I expect another cardiac arrest type game. And if we try to run it, we'll lose. Because they are the fourth best run defense in the NFL. With Fletcher Cox, their defensive tackle was a bigger version of Brandon Lane with a better motor than Brandon Lane is more like Red Bryant. If Seahawks fans remember who that is, also Timmy Jernigan and their best linebacker Nigel Bradley, who reminds me of our own Bobby Wagner. So we should try passing on their defense because their cornerbacks are not very good. Their safeties are a bit long in the tooth, I believe is the phrase. They have Malcolm Jenkins, but that's about it. So you run crossing routes with Tyler Lockett and DK, and you let Josh Gordon run up the seam. You should get a couple touchdowns off plays like that if you go play action, but that would mean establishing a run game, and I would love to see Rashad Penny get a couple touches to diminish Chris Carson's workload because his workload is the heaviest of his whole football career. So yeah, those are my keys to the game. I see us winning 23-16 if Jadavion Clowney doesn't play. If he does play, I see us running away with this game. Something like, I don't know, let's say 27-10. So yeah, that's what I see happening in this game, and I might go live on YouTube and record my reaction during the game, like North Korea, aka North Canada. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, God first, God bless, and go Hawks. I'm out. Peace.